it feels like a really long time since I've seen you. And you continue to look kind of different every time I see you. You look different today, even from the last time I saw you. We gave each other a month because I felt like the things that you were really stepping into were things that needed more time than 2 weeks to sort of start to have meaning. So I wonder if you have any news on either the research and development front with your own project or another project, or what is it that you have to talk about today?
On the work side, I've had a lot of time to relax, so also more time to just read and explore and look into different things. And what I've been working on is, I've not expected this, but it took me in a totally different direction.
Wow.
I found an online forum where clients, patients, enter their own information in a website that will give side effects, give dosage, give reactions to medication. And I've been basically analyzing data using this online tool. Mm-hmm. And this brought me into sort of a completely different direction. The patients are basically forming a researchable online community. And I've been basically learning and exploring how that would apply to what I want to do. So to use the internet for research and use the internet to actually find out how the pharmaceuticals work with the actual patients. It's a different model, so I'm learning a lot.
I'm trying to make sense of this in terms of the direction that we were talking about in the past. And what I want to say is that it feels to me, particularly given where we started with the AIDS ride, it feels to me like this patient response, or this kind of direct, not service, but using the data that comes from actual people who are taking various medications, I'm guessing.
Right.
And finding out what seems to work best, or what the various medications have to offer. So help me understand where it takes you. What energizes you about this?
Well, what energizes me about it is it's a model that would potentially work really good within our company as a way of tracking how our medication is used by the end user. And my specific interest was to look at patients with HIV that are on this website that kind of use it like a social network, where they enter all their side effects, all their clusters of medication, and it's a really big group. And they have statistically grouped it so that you can actually get a bigger sample size of patients all around the world. And some of the medications that we are currently manufacturing are being listed among the medications that they're using. So what I'm trying to convince my company now to look at more in the future is spending time actually taking that data seriously and using it as a feedback loop within our process.
So this is something that doesn't now exist.
Correct.
What kind of feedback are you getting when you're presenting this?
Well, everybody in the company is very excited about it. They haven't heard about it. I'm kind of the first person who's bringing it in and who has found it to be a tool for us to use as a company. So yeah, they're giving me time to work on that. And also, Doug has put me on a bigger team, more in the direction that I'm liking to work at. So he's saying, the work I've completed more on the manufacturing side has completed. And so I think within the next couple of weeks, I'm taking on a team of 35 people that are doing more patient-directed work and that are more into the R&D part of it, where we're going to look at medications that will work on clients with immune deficiency. So he has put me not exactly where I wanted to be, but he's put me very much into the direction that I want to go to, which is R&D. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited, and I think it's a really good move for me.
So Doug must be either in a different area in R&D, or Doug must be somebody who's been listening to you around this particular thing. And did Brad refer you to Doug?
No, Doug was listening to one of the presentations I gave to the whole company. And that was just on one of my specialty areas.
Great.
And he was like, I think you are the right person.
So he picked right up on it.
Yeah.
That's great. So that does begin to lead you in the path that you were most interested in. It's not exactly R&D, as you said, but it gives you more contact with the end user. You're not in a bottle and machinery, or you're not in a packaging place anymore. You're really in an interface place with people who are using what you already have and can give you information and feedback about how it's working for them.
Exactly. And so traditionally they were doing that only through qualified centers and hospitals. And so what I'm trying to bring into that is, let's look at the user that is not next to a hospital, but that's entering their own information.
Great.
And that is exciting to the company and exciting to me.
Wonderful. And it's a bigger team.
And it's a bigger team, yeah. Wow, way bigger.
Is there anything about working with a bigger team that is feels like there's something that you want to learn there as a next step? This is a bigger supervisory role,
Yeah.
definitely a managing role.
Well, yeah, and I think what's going to challenge me too is that they are in different locations. So I'm not going to have them all at my office.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have not a co-located team, but a distributed team. Yeah.
Right.
So you have a new kind of challenge.
Yeah, how to keep that team focused on the same goal and motivated and supported, because I can only be in one place at a time.
Do you have any ideas about that?
I've been thinking of various ways. Of course, I want to do more online conferences where we all have one time that works for everyone, and do an online forum where we can either use video conferencing or audio conferencing, but I like video conferencing, seeing faces. That's one thing I want to use. And second, I want to make regular visits to the site so that they can expect that I'm there at a certain time and be there reliably on periodic visits.
And that travel makes me think of the other track that we're on, and whether the second date was a was a happy occasion for you, and how travel might affect our relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I had no time when I met her. And so after we basically finished our project, we had a great second date. That was our Christmas party, which was really nice. She was dressed really eloquent and charmed everybody on my team. And since then we've had time to spend together, which was great. We have spent a time together in Yosemite, one of the places I really enjoy. That was, I remember I told you I had a week off. Mm-hmm. So I had a couple of days with her in Yosemite, and that was an amazing time, getting to know each other, taking hikes, and figuring out that we had a lot of things in common. And we are definitely dating.
You're an item.
We're an item.
I think about all the wonderful things that have happened over the last 3 months or so that we've been talking to each other. And I think it's time for us to say not goodbye. I can't remember what the Hawaiians and the French say, but it's a version of until later. And what I mean by that is that you feel, to me, launched on your dream. Does it feel that way to you?
Oh, definitely.
So what I offer you is what I offer all of my clients, which is whether or not I happen to be in the company, I am available to you for a one-time session or for another crunch time or for a series of sessions if it feels like you're in another growth spurt and you want some support. And what I say comes from mostly from yoga in our culture, which is namaste, which is that the light in me bows to the light in you and the light that's growing in you.
Thank you. Namaste.